guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you see from the title of this video, today's video is going to be a in-depth cut crease tutorial. I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve a cut crease look. I feel like this is something that a lot of people are intimidated by, and it's one of my favorite bold eyeshadow looks, and I feel like I've pretty much got the hang of this. So I'm going to show you guys kind of some tips and tricks, what brushes to use to help you out, and just how to create the best cut crease look. So we are just gonna hop right into this video. So I'm gonna try to scoot in like super close so that you guys can really see what I'm doing. I obviously already have my face makeup and everything on. I would suggest that if you haven't done this before, or if you're using crazy colors or something like that, definitely do not do your face makeup first. Do your eyes first. But today we are going to be using the ABH Mario Master Palette. You guys definitely want to make sure that you're using a good quality eyeshadow palette or just good quality eyeshadows. This is what this one looks here. I figured that we will do this a neutral look so that we're not doing anything too crazy. If you guys want me to do a like bold look, I will definitely do that, but for today we're just going to be working with the neutrals. So to start off, we are going to go into a transition shade just like we do with any other look. Alright, so we're going in with the transition shade. I'm going in with Lula, which is this light shade right here, and we're just gonna take a little bit of this and we're gonna start it in the crease. I've already kind of primed my lids with some concealer, so we're just gonna go in with this just to start off the crease. Alright, so I've built up this color in the crease. As you see, it doesn't look too intense. It's literally just a transition shade, same as everything else. Some tips before we get started is I would suggest working with smaller brushes. For example, I've got some of these brushes right here. They're like blending brushes, but like they're very tiny, so they're easy to work with. Number two, you are definitely going to need to make sure that you are blending everything out, because if you're not blending it, then in the end it can look really crazy and you can't really go back and blend it once you've got the concealer and everything on, which I will show you soon. But you want to make sure that everything is blended as you go, because it's going to be very hard to go back in and blend everything afterwards. So next we're going to start going in with the darker shades, and I'm going to take this little blending brush that I just showed you guys, and I am going to go into Violetta, which is like the darkest shade that it is in this palette, but we're going to go with it. You're going to need to put a dark shade in your crease because obviously you want the contrast when you cut the crease. So this is why you want to use a small brush. I'm going to move my mirror a little bit closer up to my face so I can really see what I'm doing. And you're going to want to start on the outside like you usually do. And you're going to focus this color on the upper part of your crease. You can bring it down low. It's not really going to matter because we're going to put concealer on it either way. But you do definitely want to start higher up. That way you have less to clean up. So that's what I'm going to do. Start in the outer corner, and we're going to pull it on the inside. You've got to pull the shades closer to your inner corner so that when we cut the crease, you can actually see the contrast between the crease that we cut and the shades that we've blended into our crease. So you want to make sure that you're putting color here as well. So I just went in with a little bit more product just so I can make that stand out. And then you want to make sure you have a clean blending brush on hand. This is going to be your friend, and you're going to go in and you're going to blend this out, and you want to kind of keep it on top. You don't want to blow it out too much, but you do want to blend it, and you can pull it to the inside as well. Like I said, we're going to clean up any product that gets all over the lid either way, so you just want to make sure that you're blending it. Now, you want to keep the natural shape of your eye. You don't want to do anything too crazy. I can show you guys how to kind of make your own eye shape a little bit later, but just for like a simple cut crease, you definitely just want to follow the shape of your eye. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the same exact thing on this eye that I did on that eye. So this is what we're working with, and this is kind of when we're going to start cutting our crease, but the next thing that I want to do very first is I'm going to take a smaller brush again, like even smaller than the one I just used. We're going to use this tiny one right here. And I'm going to go in with that same exact shade that I just went in, and we're going to place it on our outer corner. This is kind of going to help us when we cut the crease to kind of show that this part needs to stay dark over here in the outer corner. So I'm just going to pull it in. Okay, all right. So now we're going in to cut the crease, and this is, I feel like, one of the easiest parts. I feel like the after part, like making it all look good and blending everything together, is the harder part than this. But the first thing you want to think about is concealer. You want to get something that is thick. So this is the AOA Studio Concealer. This is from Shop Miss A. You guys have probably seen this on my channel before. I actually do not use this on my face. It's too light and it's way, way, way too thick, and it dries super fast. But all of those things really work well for cut creases. So that is why I'm going to use this for my cut crease. This is really cheap. It's $1. I really just place them on the back of my hand just like that. And then I'm going to show you a couple of the brushes that you can use. I would suggest the easiest type of brush to use, in my opinion, is this kind of, it's like an angled flat brush, if you will. This is where it looks like right there. It's got the little angle on it. This is going to help you be able to get in there and drag it up. This is what I'm going to use today, because even though I've done this multiple times, it's still easier to me and it makes it go by way quicker. Your next option is you can use a regular flat eyeshadow brush. This is going to work just as well. I would just suggest that it is extremely flat, because the flatter it is, the easier that this is going to be. I'm going to go in with the angled one, and I am just going to place some concealer on my brush. So I'm going to do this. What I do with the angled brush is I stick the angular part in my crease first. So I kind of go like this. So I'm going to get up close. I'm not going to be able to talk while I'm doing this, I don't think. But we're going to get real close to our mirror, and we're really going to pay attention to where your crease lines. So you want to look straight into the mirror, and you're going to start really slow and just do like the tiniest little bit to begin with. Okay, so this is kind of where I'm starting. Don't go too high up because you can't take it off, but you can start really low and we can add more concealer to fix the shape of the crease. The concealer might be a little bit messy and it might get everywhere. It will be fine when we go in and blend and put the eyeshadow on top of this. Alright, and then you basically just pull it inwards and cover the whole crease. And this is what we're working with. This is what the cut crease looks like right here. I'm actually going to go in and do the other side off camera, and I will be right back to put the eyeshadow on top. So this is what we're working with. This, I feel like, was probably the hardest part for everyone. They may not be completely perfect, but like I said, we will fix it afterwards. I feel like that's why people freak out. Is
they don't end up looking even or whatever, and then they have a heart attack and think they can't fix it afterwards.
But you can. So first off, I'm just going to go in with whatever shade I'm about to put on my lid. So let's pick one out here. I think I'm going to go in with Fifth Avenue. It's like a gold shade. I feel like that'll look super pretty. So let's just put this on our lid. When you do this, you want to make sure you're using a flat eyeshadow brush. So the one I said you could use for concealer is the same one I'm using right now. And you're just going to make sure that you place this exactly where your concealer is. I usually start in the middle because I'm scared. This is what we've got. I'm actually going to go in a little bit later and put more like glitter on it just to make it a little extra. I'll show you how you can dress it up and how you can do some fun things. But for now, this is what we're doing. So this is what it looks like. It does look a little crazy. We've got to go back in and blend it. So you want to go back with that teeny tiny brush that we used to put the shade on the outer corner, and we're going to do literally basically the same exact thing. Put the shade on there. I'm sorry. Somebody's car is on outside, so if you can hear that, I apologize, but that's what happens when you live in an apartment. So we're going to go back in the same way, and you're going to put that dark shade back in that outer corner. Lightly tap it. Don't do too much rubbing. You're just going to tap it on there, and then you're going to tap this line right there. Now, this can be even more difficult depending on the shades that you use. If you're using a lot of color, this may be really difficult, but you're just gonna have to play around with it and really get a feel for it. But just make sure you do not rub it. Don't blend it out. Don't do too many windshield wiper motions. Literally just tap the color on and it'll help you blend it out. This one looks way better than this one in my opinion. I don't know why. This one was way easier for me to do my concealer, the one I did off the camera, just because I'm right-handed, so it was a little bit easier. All right, now keep that same brush. We're using the same brush. I put some more shade on it, and we're gonna go into the top of the crease, and I'm gonna bang off some of the excess, and you're gonna lightly just go above your cut crease, add some more color. Basically, that's it. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna blend with my clean blending brush. We're gonna blend it out. Watch out for your little crease part. You don't wanna, or your little, the part you cut out, your lid part. You don't wanna get this brush on it because you can mess it up. But basically, this is how you do the cut crease. Now, obviously, I would kind of take the same brush and I'll go underneath my lash line and smoke it out. And I'm actually going to go in with my Omrazy highlighter and I'm going to do exactly what I said I was going to do. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to make this a little bit more sparkly, hopefully anyways. Yes. And then I'm going to go in with a tiny brush and we're just going to highlight our inner corner. That is that. That's it. That's how you do a cut crease. I feel like it was really simple to explain. I hope that I explained it very well. You can do this with any color. I feel like the more colors you add, the cooler it can be. You could do you do 2 different colors here and then 1 color in the, you know, you can make it whatever you want to make it. I only use 3 different shades to create this look, and I feel like that's really good for this type of eye look, and it looks really nice. Yeah, basically this is just what you do to create a cut crease. I feel like it's really simple. I can definitely go in depth in another video on how to do colorful cut creases and put in some extra things, you know, but it just depends on where I'm going, if I put on a liner or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But yeah, so I just put on some mascara and then this is just what the eye look looks like. I feel like it looks really cool and complicated, but really we just used 3 shades to create this look, so it wasn't that hard. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe before we leave, and I will just catch you all in my next video. Bye!
Yeah.